Today we're going to talk about how we can relate decimals, fractions, and percents. So decimals, fractions, and percents are going to be three different ways that we can write the same amount. So if we look at this right here, I have 3 out of 4 boxes shaded in. So I'm going to be able to write that in 3 different ways. So let's start by writing it as a fraction. So we have 3 out of 4 boxes filled in. Okay, so 3/4. We should know that 3/4 is equal to 75 hundredths as a decimal, so 0.75. And then this is also equal to 75%. Okay, so these are 3 different ways that we can represent this quantity with numbers. And we're going to talk about how do we switch from each one of those today. So first we're going to look at how do we go from decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. So this is something that you guys should have already learned. I'm just going to review it. So to go from a decimal to a fraction, it's very easy, and this is why I've outlawed the word point in math class to help you with this. If we look at this first one here, I'm just going to read that number, 87 hundredths. That tells me my answer, 87 hundredths. Right there. That's changing that to from a fraction or from a decimal to a fraction, done, easy. Okay, this next one, 2 and 7/10. 2 is our whole number, 7/10 is our fraction. Done. This next one, 25 hundredths. 25 hundredths. Okay, now we can then see if we can simplify any of these fractions. Okay, and so 25 hundredths, as we know, is equal to 1/4 because we divide both of these by 25. Okay, so nice and easy. Changing decimals into fraction, just say the number. Okay, fractions to decimals can be simple as well. In this case, we have 9/10. Well, 9/10 equals 9/10. Okay, so if we know how to say those numbers like that, it can be easier. Now, we don't have a place value that's 25ths, unfortunately. Okay, so 6/25 we can't do it as simply as we did that first one, but we can always ask ourselves, can we get the denominator to be equal to either 10 or 100 or 1,000, etc.? In this case, we can. We can get this to equal something out of 100, because if I multiply 25 times 4, I get 100. So I just have to multiply the 6 times 4, and I'll get 24. So 6/25 is equal to 24 hundredths, and 24 hundredths is written as 24 hundredths as a decimal, 0.24. Okay, 3/8 not quite as simple. We might not automatically know that we can multiply 8 times something to actually get 1,000. So instead, I'm going to show you a foolproof way to always change a fraction into a decimal, and that's by division. Okay, remember, fraction bars mean division. So I'm going to do 3 divided by 8, because I always do the top number divided by the bottom number, numerator divided by denominator. Okay, 8 are going to 3 evenly, so I'm going to put a 0 right there. Decimal 0 to have more digits to deal with here. So 8 goes into 33 times. Okay, so I subtract 24. I get 6, put a 0, bring it down. 8 goes into 60 7 times. That's minus 56. Subtract that, get is 4. Put another 0, bring it down. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So my decimal for this one is 375 thousandths. Okay, now we're going to look at changing a decimal to a percent. Now we know that percents are always out of 100, so it's quite simple. When we have a decimal and we need to change it to a percent, we are going to multiply that times 100. Okay, so each time I'm going from a decimal to a percent, I'm going to multiply by 100. Now, we should note that there's something special about multiplying by 100. When we multiply by a power of 10, we get to move the decimal over because we're just changing the place value of the numbers. And we do that based on the number of zeros in our power of 10. So if 100 is 2 zeros, I'm going to move my decimal over twice to the right because my number is getting larger because I'm multiplying by a number greater than 1. So in this case, I move the decimal over twice in the 74. I get 74%. Make sure you put your percent symbol when you are asked to write a percent. Don't write that percent sign when you're writing a decimal or fraction, though, unless it's in percent form. Okay, for 9/10, I need to move my decimal over twice, once again, because I'm multiplying by 100. Now notice how I have this blank space here. I have to remember to put a 0 there, because 90% is very different from 9%. I would much rather get a 90% on an exam than I would want to get a 9% on an exam. Okay, this next one, 975 thousandths, I also wanted to put here because notice how there are 3 places after the decimal, but I'm still only going to move it twice because I'm multiplying by 100. So I'm going to move it once, twice, and I'm going to get 97 5/10%. Okay, that might seem a little bit weird to have a decimal within a percent, but it's still in percent form. You can, in fact, have a fraction of a percent. Okay? All right, this next one, 600ths. Again, decimal move over twice. This is going to be 6%. Okay, I don't need the 0 in front for it to be like 0.6%. Okay, because we know that we don't need a 0 in front of a number like that, so it's just 6%. And then this last one I wanted to show you how we can actually have more than 100%. Because if you have 1 7200ths and you move the decimal over twice, you're going to get 172%. Okay? So that's going from a decimal to a percent. You move that decimal twice because you're multiplying by 100. Okay, now let's go from a percent to a decimal. So if from decimal to percent, we multiplied by 100, this time we are going to divide by 100 to get it out of percent form. And guess what? Dividing by 100 moves our decimal twice to the left. Okay, so if we have 65%, we know that our decimal's at the end of our number. After the 5, it's just not written. We're going to move it to the left twice. 1, 2. Okay, so my decimal ends up before the 65. So I'm going to have 0.65 or 65 hundredths. Now I took it out of percent form, so I do not put a percent after the number. Okay, here I have 8%. I need to move the decimal once again, twice to the left, once, twice. I put a 0 as a placeholder in there because I have a decimal and then a space and then an 8. Okay, so this would be equal to 8 hundredths. Once again, no percent sign in my answer because I'm taking it out of percent form and putting it into decimal form. Okay, this one, 124%. So this is a percent greater than 100. So I'm going to get a number that is greater than 1 when I divide by 100. Okay, so 124 divided by 100, move the decimal once, twice to the left, just 2 times, don't move it 3 times, and we're going to get 1 24 hundredths. Okay. And then finally, we have 23.5%. Now, some students look at that and say, that's already in decimal form. It's not. It's just that it's a percent that has a decimal. It's not in decimal form. It's still in percent form. So we need to still divide by 100 to get it out of percent form. How do we tell it's in percent form? Because it has a percent sign. Okay, and percent signs are always out of 100. So we want to take it out of percent form by dividing by 100. Move the decimal twice to the left. I'm going to get 235 thousandths for my decimal form. Okay, percent to decimal, divide by 100. Okay. All right, now we're going to go from a fraction to a percent. So this first one, super easy. 85 hundredths, percents are always out of 100. So it tells me my answer right there. 85 hundredths is 85%. If you got 85 questions out of 100 correct on the test, you got 85% of them right. Okay? Now, 18 out of 25, percents are not out of 25, they're out of 100. So we can't just say that it's 18%, that would be incorrect. However, we can get that 25 to be equal to 100. Okay? So we do that by multiplying both of our numbers by 4, because 25 times 4 equals 100. Okay? And then we need to do 18 times 4. So 18 times 4, 8 times 4 is 32. All right, and then 4 times 1 is 4. I mixed those up, I'm sorry. 32, there we go. 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So I'm going to get 72 out of 100. 72 hundredths is equal to 72%. Notice how I'm putting the percent sign because I am asked to put it in percent form. All right, 13 sixteenths, not going to be quite as easy because it's going to be difficult to get 16 to be 100, become 100 by multiplying by a whole number. So instead what we're going to do is, since we know it's so easy to change a decimal into a percent because we just have to multiply by 100, we're going to change this fraction into a decimal and then the decimal into a percent. So to do that, we're going to go back to what we learned a little bit earlier, and we're just going to divide. So I'm going to do 13 divided by 16. Okay, so 16 goes into 13 0 times, so I'm going to have to put a 0 here. And then we need to figure out how many times does 16 go into 130. So that's going to be 8 times. And then 16 times 8 is going to be 128. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 128 here, and I'm going to get 2. So I'm going to put another 0, bring it down. Okay, 18 goes into 20 once. Or sorry, 16 goes into 20 once. So I'm going to subtract 16. I get 4, put a 0, bring it down. Get rid of this. All right, 16 goes into 40 twice. I'm going to subtract 32. I get 8. Bring down another 0. We have to figure out how many times 16 goes into 80. That's exactly 5 times. Okay, so I would subtract 80 down here and get 0. Okay, so my decimal is 8,125 10,000ths. So now, to take that and take it and change it into a percent, I'm going to multiply it by 100, which moves my decimal twice, and I get 81 and 25 hundredths percent. Okay? All right. So if we're going from a fraction to a percent, we can get the denominator to be 100. That makes our lives easier, and we can just take that as the percent. If we can't, we have to change it to a decimal, then multiply by 100 to get our percent. So our last section here is looking to go from a percent to a fraction. And this is going to be very easy as long as we remember that all percents are out of 100. So if I have 17%, that's equal to 17 out of 100. There's my fraction. 6%. 6% is equal to 6 out of 100. That's my fraction. Okay, this one, we can simplify that to 3 out of 50. Okay, because we divide by 2, divide by 2. But 6 out of 600ths is equivalent to 3/50. So we can leave it either way. Now, the bottom two here are slightly trickier because we have 103%, but it's still percents out of 100. So what we're going to get is 103 out of 100. Now that can be changed into a mixed number. That would be equal to 1 300, but either of those would be acceptable answers. Okay? This next one, this is 1300ths of a percent. Okay? So let's start by putting it in as 13 hundredths over 100, but we really don't like the fraction with a decimal in it. Okay? It's not very clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to somehow write an equivalent fraction where we have whole numbers in both the numerator and the denominator. So to get the numerator to be a whole number, we can multiply it by a power of 10 to move that decimal over. We need to move it twice, so we're going to multiply it by 100. When we do that, we get 13. To keep the fractions equivalent, we have to multiply the denominator by the same number we multiplied the numerator by, so 100, which means we have to multiply 100 times 100, which gives us 10,000. So 13 hundredths of a percent is equal to 13 out of 10,000. Okay, so just remember that all percents are out of 100, and that's how you change a percent to a fraction.